and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me for our second in this week's stamp set of the week, Snowy Wonder. And today's card is going to focus on those beautiful dies that come with the stamp set. I have already run them through the cut and embossed machine to see exactly what we've got. And these are they. So we've got the snow globe effect, circular and more of like a tunnel, taller snow globe, and then you've got the base which fits under both of these. We've got our snowman, we've got Christmas trees, we've got our penguin, we've got like little mountains, presents, snowflakes, snowman's hat and his candy stick. We've got holly and berries and more snowflakes. So it's all there. There are 23 in this particular kit. So that is all our dies, and this is the card we're going to make. So as you can see, we've used the papers and we've done some die cutting. I don't know if you can see, but my snowman does have glitter on him. So do my snowflakes. It's so annoying when you can't show it on the camera. Just sort of there. Twinkle of it just there. So the snowflakes, which is the Winker Stella, is on my snowman and also on my snowflakes. Right, so let's bring in the supplies. So this is Early Espresso. It's 8 inches by 5 3/4. I have a piece of the matching designer series paper. Now this paper not only matches the bundle of the Snowy Wonder dies and stamp set, but it also runs alongside the scrapbooking kit, which you should see a video coming up shortly where I use the papers to create a scrapbooking page. Then we've also got a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock. This measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. We'll need to cut that down slightly. I have an inside layer of 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and I have a scrap piece to do all my stamping on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold our Early Espresso in half. For those of you that wish to score, we are scoring at 4 inches. For the rest of us, we are just burnishing. And then we can put our piece of designer series paper straight down on top. And I'm just going to attach that with my Stampin' Seal. Look at these penguins, aren't they cute? Unfortunately, we're using the other side today. Right, okay, so that will go, whoops, on top like so. There we go. Okay, so we're going to cut down the pumpkin pie down to 3 1/2. There we go. And then it's going to be 5 1/4. So that when we stick it onto our designer series paper, it actually shows on the outside as well as giving you the aperture once you've cut it out. Okay, so I'm going to bring in this shape of snow globe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it, roughly work out where it's going to go. I've already cut out the Early Espresso mount for the base of the snow globe. I just want to make sure that I'm actually positioning it in the right place. I think that's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm also going to need a couple of Christmas trees that there isn't a stamp for. It's just a straight die. So I'm going to run this through the cut and emboss machine, and then I will be straight back. Bear with me a second. Okay, and I have made full use of my circle, which I'm not going to aperture I'm going to not use, by cutting out myself 3 of the Christmas trees. Let's poke that one out with my take a pick. There we go. Right, so I might use that in a bit later. Okay, so what we're going to do now is that can be stuck straight down onto our paper. onto our card base. So let's do that. Again, I'm going to use my, actually no, I'm going to use my multi-purpose. It just gives me a little bit more of a wriggle room. Now I'm not going to put it all the way at the bottom here, but underneath there, just in case I decide I want to pop some stuff underneath so it's peeking out. But whereas Snow Globe and everything is normally inside, this particular one is everything is on the outside, and so you're just going to be seeing the paper. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, perfect. And then you can glue down your base. Perfect. Whoops. And you can just wriggle it round like so. There you go. Right, so now the hard work begins. I'm going to bring our scrap piece of paper in, pop our Christmas trees over to the side, and we can bring in our dies. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to use is, let me just come off my hand, oh it's a present. Okay, I'm going to use the house. So I'm going to stamp that up in Early Espresso. So let's do that. Just stamp him down. There we go. Let's clean him off. And then I'm going to use the mountains. So I'm going to use, there's two sizes. So the first one I'm going to use is the big mountain. And I'm going to stamp that in the pumpkin pie. That's about right. There we are. One there. I'm going to keep the pumpkin pie out and stamp one of the small mountains. They remind me of sweets when I was a kid. I'm trying to think what they were called, and I couldn't remember for the love or money. So if you can think of it, please put in the comments. It's driving me mad, I have to say. Oh, and then I'm going to do two in the peach pie, which is almost like a shade lighter than the pumpkin. Okay, so let's do that. One and two. There they are. Let's clean that up. And then the only other thing to do is to add a sentiment. So I've got Let It Snow, and again I'm going to stamp that in the Early Espresso. So it's almost tones of a colour really, isn't it, that I'm using today. There we are. Right. So we have the, let's move that side. We have the die for the house. And we have the die for the large mountain. And we have the die for the small mountain. And you can run those through the machine, and magic of TV, I have already done those, and my three other Christmas trees, and then I've got my sentiment which I'm going to cut down, and I'm just actually going to cut it down to size of how I feel it should fit. So I'm literally going to cut round the shape of the sentiment rather than measuring it out specific. So let's do, there we go, and then it's a bit, so look, there we go. So it is, it's turned out to be 3/4 of an inch by 1.5 inches. There you go. Right, so now it's just a case of building up our picture. Now we can put the Let It Snow there if we wished. That's hypothetically where I'm going to put it. I'm just going to fix my die cuts out. So let's have a look. I've got my die cut of my mountain. That could fit just under there. And then I could put one there. Could put one there, like so. Do I use these? Do I even use these? That is the question. Do you know, I don't think I'm going to. So I've got those for something else. And I'm just going to stick and glue those down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my little mountain down. There we are. Let's pick him up. I'm just going to pop him down there. And I'll just move him along a bit. The white part of the mountain, if you know me and you've watched my Christmas videos recently, you'll know we're going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella just to make the snow glisten at the top. We're then going to glue flat down the house, and that will go, let's bring it down to there. There we are. Okay, and then we can, oh, come on, stay down. Thank you very much. Then we can lay our other mountain. So this one will go there. And then I'm going to bring in my other one, but I'm actually going to put a dimension on it just to give that a little lift. And then that can go onto there, and those two will have a bit of the Wink of Stella on the white peaks. Now in the pack and the bundle you can also get, she says, where have I put them? There they are. You can also get these beautiful white snowflakes, loose snowflakes. And then so they can shake about inside, but they're actually quite thick. So I figured I could probably, I mean, I don't know if I can show you. I don't know if it's going to show. Let's have a look, see if we can see. You see how thick they are? They're amazing, aren't they? There's a lot of dimension there, so I'm going to go one. Let's put those down. I only want the big ones really, rather than the small ones. I think I'd lose the small ones on the card. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab a glue there. With my pick tool, I'm going to pick up my snowflake and I'm just going to pop it on the top. So let's stay there. I haven't tried these, so I'm hoping that they will stick. So far, so good. Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't done. We haven't stuck this down. Let's put that with a dimensional. 1, 2. Right, I'm going to preempt the dogs barking. There's somebody coming to my door. So I'm just going to put it on hold for 2 seconds while I sort it out. And we're back. Sorry about that. Right, where were we? Oh yeah, we were putting little dobs on here to add our snowflakes. That's 2. Have to hold that down for a bit. There we go. Let's put one here. I think it's easier to do it this way than it is to actually put the glue on the snowflake. 1, 2. Where else can we put one? Let's put one down here. See if I can get a few more big ones. Let's put those over. There we go. Look at that. So I'm going to put one there. But obviously you've got to be very careful with the glue. There we go. Got 5. Whoops. Stay down, please. And then the last one. Will it go there? Or do we want it there? Ran away. Okay, let's put it there. Pick up my snowflake and pop it down. Hold that down for a couple of seconds. Right. That looks odd to me. I think because it's too much of a line. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go wild. Let's have a look and see what we feel. There. That balance it out. And then maybe one down here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Oh, look at that. One person in. Now my son's home. Very excitement. See, I was trying to be good. Right. There it is. Just going to bit too much glue on that one. And take it up, put it on there, and then pop it down. There we go. Perfect. Lovely. Well, there you go. So that is today's card. I hope you liked it. It's quick once you've got all the dies cut out. But it's great fun. It's another great fun card. So join me on Friday, if you can, when we will doing a Funky Fold Friday. So thank you for joining me today. Whatever you do for the rest of the day, stay safe, and I look forward to catching up with you very soon. Bye.